situation. I am sorry, but if you
to assess her as she needs.
Former world no one Kim Clijsters has
She's called for the trainer.
Emma Raducanu, stubborn in certain areas as she is told to stop overthinking and find solutions. Emma Raducanu was always going to have a pretty bumpy couple of years, following her US Open fairy tale. But Mark Petchey believes she now has to start making decisions that will help her to get over that hump. Raducanu enjoyed one of the most astonishing runs at Flushing Meadows in 2021 when she became the first qualifier, man or woman, to win a Grand Slam as she lifted her first top-level singles trophy without dropping a set.
Season. Speaking. On the serve with
right hand, because we didn't see any of it for the first two sets, and
final loss to Paula Badosa in Washington.
She climbed into the top 10 of the WTA rankings in 2022 on the back of that result. But her journey since then has been anything but smooth as she has struggled with form and injuries. The 21-year-old has also made some questionable moves as she has hired and fired several coaches over the past 3 years, while her decision to play only one warm-up tournament ahead of the 2024 US Open also came under scrutiny.
Four-time Grand Slam champion asserted that there is to improve, to mentally switch off.
Tennis commentator Petchey, who coached former world number 1 Andy Murray at the start of his career, admits Raducanu has been stubborn with certain elements, but that is not necessarily a bad thing. I'm a big believer that you don't really make mistakes at Emma Raducanu's age, he told Bally Casino. I think you make decisions and then you see solutions, and that's where we find ourselves with Emma at the moment and where she finds herself.
both wrists, the ankle
Situation. I am sorry, but if you
To assess her as she needs.
former world no
I
one
always said right after she had the fairy tale run in New York that she was going to have a pretty bumpy couple of years. But I hoped that some things would have been different and not quite so rough for her, as I'm sure the people around her would have hoped for too. She's stubborn in certain areas, which is a great quality in tennis. You need that. You need to have a certain self-reliance. You need to be able to put things to one side and entertain thoughts that you don't necessarily always need to implement into your game. But you must consider things. I'm sure she now wishes that some things had been different. That's what we can present. Don't forget to support our channel by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing. We thank all the viewers for their support.
of it for the first two sets, and
final loss to Paula Badosa in Washington almost
surgeries on both wrists, the ankle.